Well, we're here again. All of us have. That's it. We're here. We're here because we like to be here. This is good. And I get to help things. And I still have that Kleenex box, don't I? Well, you know, people have Easter eggs, right? Well, this is one of mine. It'll get moved tomorrow at some point, hopefully, maybe. Like I said, we're in transition. This is live. This is how it goes. So, we're going to shift away from angle of approach for one night only. We're going to talk about a phrase that helps us move to the next thing in complete surrender. We've already talked about surrender release. This is surrender, release, let go. Surrender, release, let go. Surrender, release, let go. All is Father's. When you add let go, you're really doing that. You're surrendering and letting go. It's a complete, well, letting go, surrendering, giving up all of those things you think you might require and getting what you really do. Uh, it's like a story I heard about, Maharaja dressing up as a rice salesman and just, doing what he did. Who knows, right? Surrender, release, let go, surrender, release. Doesn't matter the order. You're all going to get to that place. All as fathers. So let's leave that there. I know it's short, but it's good. It's powerful. So, we'll talk maybe about more about the power of letting go, maybe in another night, maybe another couple of nights. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we now do that other thing we require to do. Well, at least we would like to do, so that if anyone requires to come, they can. And that is Eric at starthealing.me. That's Eric at starthealing.me and Eric at starthealing.me. If you do that, you get connected to me with that email, and I send you a link. You choose a time and we talk. That one is without charge. The next will be discussed then. A lot of times, you can learn a lot of things in a few minutes. You'll be amazed. So, let's get on to that story. Yes, that one. Where everything's happening, the bureaucrats are happy, and we left it in a space of non-war. Isn't that nice? The admiral of that fleet that took over that planet is saying, well, it's coming along quite nicely, and it looks like we're going to have everybody unpacked shortly. Awesome. How's everyone doing? Oh, that's good. We have a question. What? That's an awful lot for a small planet. Yes, I understand. Can we also inhabit the moons? Yes, you may. Do you have a way of doing that? Yes, all three moons will be inhabited now that we know we can. That will help those that like to live out in this space compared to on a planet space. Okay, done. Glad to have you aboard, all of you, the billions of you. Kind of hard to believe, but hey, everything is possible. Lady Gus 5, I've had enough excitement for a long while, and I don't really want to talk to those people I said I'd talk to. But at the same time, I kind of require to eventually, but not this moment. This moment, I require a moment. But at that moment, she sat on the ground, and in a few seconds, she was gone. Douglas said, ah, she's gone to her haven, her sacred place, whatever you want to call it, a grove of trees far away from here. And she sat in that grove of trees for a good 3 days and came back and she goes, now that was refreshing. Douglas goes, I'm glad you're back. You know those ones that blew up the chocolate bars? Yeah. Well, they're knocking. And our minefield did nothing. Oh, how are they doing on getting into the planets? They're not, because they're not allowed. They're certainly interfering with things, and the Admiral could use a little help. He doesn't have anything either. And at that moment, a little tiny woman, that's the only way to put it. She was small compared to anything else that anyone had ever seen. Came forward and goes, oh man, them again. Door crashers, noisemakers. And she'd enjoyed those spaces and rest, and it had been good for her. And now she was returning to this mess. But, you know, this lady seemed to have a solve, and hey, let her go at it. And so, after a few minutes of silence, she said, well, hmm, well, if you have a solution, you go ahead and use it. Well, I don't have so much of a solution. I mean, our world didn't fare well against them. But I do understand who they are and why your minefield didn't work. But I mean, they're sitting in the middle of it, kind of thumbing their nose at you, going, we don't blow up. Yes, well, how about I use this shift magic and bring them back into reality? Oh, wow, that kind of blew up a few. That got their attention. They're moving back now as they blow up. Yes. Hmm. Definitely worked. But we got to understand how they could get through when they were dimensionally phase shifted. The truth of the matter is that we can bring them back. The thing was, we weren't able to deal with them. So it had been quite the adventure. Lady that had been using this magic, and we have come here and settled in and been treated nicely, and we're working on getting anyone else that made it out of the rift. So you've tried a lot of things. Yes, we tried to defend our planet quite well, and it didn't work. We had to jump through a rift, and here we are. So few of us that are here have been helping where we can, but this we can really help with. None of those conventional stuff works. So when sparring with one, we made a nick on something from a simple shell. So the lady looked and said, well, we're going to make sure that everything that is here is proper and in order. And then, yes, you can continue to shift them into space and they can continue to blow up. That's a good thing. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. After another silence, everyone was amazed, and it was going to be what it was going to be. And now it had changed, and those that had come had been driven back. Mm. So, There was a long silence. And something very interesting around this story, apparently, because we are having technical difficulties with the the voice and the eyes. So what I'm going to do is bring it to a space where we're going to wrap up for now. We're going to move into that space very simply by just stating that what that lady had told them was information that would be useful in dealing with the new intruders, whoever they were, whatever they wished. Hmm, let's leave it there. As I've said so many times, it's live. Sometimes the functioning of everything brings us to this point. But let's have a blessing. We ask you, O God, to bring joy and peace and hope to every single voice that is before us, that is listening. And may their voice ring with that joy, peace, and hope, and everything that God paints for them, according to his will and wish, according to their will and wish, it can be. Oh God, we come before you and we leave this at your doorstep, and we put it in your hands. We do whatever else is necessary to lay it at your feet. That's ultimately it. So let it go. Let it be what it is. This is your healing night. Your healing day, evening, morning, whenever it's listened to. Your presence will be present. And we thank you for that. We ask for courage and strength and grace and mercy. And we say thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe and honor, respect, allowing all glory to flow to Father, Spirit, Son. This is, and so this is. When you rest, rest well. When you wake, wake well. When you know that you are watched over by God and that your path is well lit. Be blessed.